Hi guys, I hope you're well. Today I am coming at you with a taste test video, and this is one that I've been really excited about. I've had this in my freezer for a few days now and I've been so desperate to try it, but I wanted to do it on camera. Today we are going to be tasting a vegan shredded duck. This is a new product from Linda McCartney, and it's one of, I think, 4 new vegan products that they've come out with recently. It just happened very quietly. They didn't seem to make much of a fanfare about it. They just ended up in supermarkets, people were spotting them, and then everybody was talking about it on Facebook, Instagram, and on vegan blogs. Thank you, Linda McCartney. I grew up eating Linda McCartney foods. They were one of the things that I liked the most when I was vegetarian as a really young kid. Everybody loves a Linda McCartney sausage. They have upped their game over the last few years and they've been bringing out more and more innovative products. However, I can't be the only vegan that gets slightly annoyed when they bring a product out that is almost vegan, and it could really easily be vegan, and it felt a little bit like they were almost doing it on purpose. They would just add a little bit of honey or a little bit of milk into something. It was a shame, and it was a little bit baffling because a company like Fry's, for example, their whole line is vegan. It can be done, and it felt like they were just excluding a part of the market that would happily buy their products. However, all of these new products that are being released are vegan, which is really, really exciting. So this is a mock shredded duck that's made with soya and wheat protein. This is where I have to be completely honest with you and tell you that I've never eaten duck in my entire life. I've also never had a steak. I can't tell you if it tastes like real duck, however, I can let you know whether it's tasty. One thing I do have going for me is the fact that I've eaten a lot of mock duck. For someone who's never eaten duck, I've eaten my fair share of mock duck. I've had it in restaurants, I've had it in takeaways, and I've also bought my own from a Chinese supermarket. They're all slightly different, but I think the key thing with a good mock duck is that it has that aromatic taste. I'm really intrigued to try this. The directions say to stir fry it in a pan or a wok for 7 to 8 minutes with a little bit of oil, and you can add a little bit of water halfway through cooking as well. I'll follow the directions faithfully. I'm gonna go ahead and cook this in a pan, and then I'm gonna leave a little bit to one side and try it on its own, and I'm also gonna try it with sauce and some rice and let you know what I think. Okay, so I cooked the mock duck and I followed the instructions on the packet to a T. I cooked it with a little bit of oil and then I added some water halfway through. And as I said, I made this 2 ways. I'm gonna have it first of all on its own to tell you what the taste is like alone without any kind of seasoning or accompaniment. And then I'm also gonna try it with some rice and some of this sauce that I made earlier on in the week. This is a Kung Po sauce, a homemade one. So first of all, I'm gonna try the duck on its own. That's actually really tasty on its own. I will say the entire kitchen smells aromatic. It smells like that Chinese 5 spice, that aromatic smell. It smells delicious, and this tastes really good on its own. It's got a little bit of chewy springiness to it, like a mock meat would, or from what I remember meat did. It's really nice. Some of the parts have gone a little bit crispy. It's really good. Now I'm gonna try this mixed in with the sauce and the rice. That is really good. Okay, I'm gonna just put this over here. That is really, really good. Big thumbs up from me. The taste is really nice, the texture is good, and it's incredible mixed in with the sauce. It's got a little bit more of a kick to it, although it's really flavorful on its own. I think this would be really great with rice and veggies in a stir fry, or in some sort of noodle dish or Asian salad dish maybe. One thing to note is that the pieces are quite small. It is very shredded, although some pieces are bigger than others. It is quite small in terms of size, so that makes it a little different from the other mock ducks that I've tried. It's not a bad thing or a good thing, it's just a different thing. The other mock duck that I really, really like and would recommend to you guys is by V-Bites. I picked this up in Holland & Barrett. These are much bigger pieces, so they're good in stir fries too, and it makes for a really good hoisin duck wrap with cucumber and things like that, whereas the Linda McCartney pieces are a little bit smaller and will be great in a stir fry. The mock duck that I get from the Chinese supermarket comes in almost like a sheet, and you put it in the oven and it puffs up and then you shred it yourself. So all three mock ducks that I regularly have are really different, and that's a great thing because it makes for varied meal choices. I would definitely still purchase all three of them because I probably would have them in different ways and cook with them in different ways. But I think it's really exciting that this Linda McCartney one is in supermarkets because it's much more accessible for people who can't get the other products that are out there. So big thumbs up from me. I really enjoyed it. And for those of you who are looking to get hold of this, we actually drove around to so many supermarkets trying to find this last week. Morrison's, judging by social media, seems to be the only place that is really stocking this at the moment. I've also got the shredded chicken to do a taste test on, and the burrito, the beef burrito mix as well. If you want me to do a taste test on those, I'd be glad to do that. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It would be greatly appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because you'll keep up to date with all of my latest uploads. All of my social media will be linked below, so you can come and say hi to me around the internet, as well as my website where I sell a vegan ebook with a complete guide to going vegan, step-by-step process. It also contains 40 recipes including cakes and chili and curry and pizza and burgers and all the good stuff. And it's only £5. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Just gonna go and finish this duck.